E-commerce marketing. Let's talk about what the difference between Google and Facebook ads are. I get asked this all the time. It can be pretty confusing and everybody wants to know which one's better, which one's worse. Everybody's looking for an answer. So what will we learn in this video? So first of all, you're going to understand the major differences between Google and Facebook ads. We'll learn if one is better than the other. We can also cover how we target individual customers, how we get more sales for your e-commerce business. We'll talk about how they charge you, because there are differences there as well. But then we'll also finish off with some of the similarities between the two. So carry on watching and let's share some knowledge. The best way that I describe Google Ads is because the majority of Google Ads, somebody's searching for something in a search engine, they have very high intent. So it's like somebody walking into your store and saying, like a physical store, and saying, do you have X? So let's say, for example, you sell dog treadmills. Dog treadmills, because I think they're a really ridiculous product. So somebody walking into your store and saying, do you sell dog treadmills? You're like, yes, we sell dog treadmills. Great. Whereas Facebook ads, which also includes Instagram ads, because it's controlled by the same platform, is more like, do you want this product, or do you want dog treadmills? It's kind of like walking past a store that sells dog treadmills and somebody coming out and offering a flyer and saying, hey, do you want to buy dog treadmills? There's a chance they might have looked in the window or what have you, but you're trying to convince them rather than answering exactly what they're looking for. Now, obviously, the advantage is going to be with Google Ads, because if somebody's asking for something and you've got it, great. However, Google Ads doesn't generate the demand for that individual product. So let's take dog treadmills again, because I just think they're ludicrous. And there's only X amount of people looking for dog treadmills. That's not increasing the amount. Whereas Facebook ads can really increase the demand for a product, because some people don't know that they need it. Some people don't know that dog treadmills exist. This might be the first time you've ever heard about dog treadmills and think, hey, I need a dog treadmill. I appreciate I'm not a Facebook ad, but you kind of get the point. So that's the fundamental difference between the two. So let's go back. So to answer the question, which one is better, there is no black or white answer to it. It's more about, is there lots of searches for your individual product or the individual products that you are selling? If so, Google Ads is going to work very well, but it's also worth doing some Facebook/Instagram ads. Whereas if there's less people searching for your product, then you're probably going to want to start doing Facebook ads, because you can drive more demand. A really good example of this is with fashion businesses. So a lot of people don't search for something like red dress. They'll search for an individual brand. So you can do branding ads on Facebook. So I kind of misled you a little bit in saying at the start, which will tell you which is better or worse. There is no better or worse. It depends on the individual situation. And it's more a case of how much Google ads you do and how much Facebook ads you do. So how can we actually target the customers? So the fundamental thing within Google Ads is that we use keywords, which would say somebody searches for a dog treadmill, so our keyword will be dog treadmills, and also products that we give information to Google about, of which it then generates shopping ads. So it will then go and find people that are looking for them or thinks are interested in them. Whereas Facebook is very much more about what are called audiences. So an audience is a group of people that have something in common. It might be their age, it might be their interest in something, it might be their location or what have you. And you can pick those audiences to say, hey, I want to target people that are interested in dogs, or I want to target people that are in my email addresses and that are similar to people that I've got email addresses for. So the fundamental difference in Google Ads, keywords and products allow you to target customers, whereas in Facebook it's much more about audiences. Okay, so how does Google and Facebook charge? Now this might seem a small detail, but it's not when you're actually working in it, because it will make a difference to the way that you do it. So Google Ads is what's called a cost per click. So you're only charged for the majority of ads, there are some exceptions in Google, when somebody clicks on the ad. So you are trying to get the most relevant clicks, okay? Whereas Facebook ads, they do something called a cost per impression. So technically that's called a CPM. Now that's not a typo. So CPM is cost per mil, which is mil being the French word for 1,000. So that's why it's called CPM. But essentially, your ads are shown to 1,000 people and they charge you for it. So you are incentivized to get a higher click-through rate. You want more people to click, whereas on Google, you want less people to click, should we say, but a higher sort of like quality. So that makes a real difference in the way that you start running ads. So for example, in Facebook ads, you're always trying to increase your click-through rate, whereas in Google ads, you're always trying to increase the quality of what somebody is then clicking on your ad, or the quality of the ad and who's clicking on it. This is a really big difference for me personally, running a lot of Facebook and Google ads. So Facebook ads platform that you control and you'll be working with day to day is really stable interface. It's been around for a very long time, I think like 15 years or so. We're recording this in 2024. And so it won't crash on you. It doesn't often sort of like throw errors. There are examples of it doing it, but it's pretty rare. And also if you've got a problem with it, it will tell you that there's a problem. So say, for example, you're running shopping ads, and sometimes if the information in the shopping ads doesn't match your website, it will flag and say, hey, there's a problem. They intonate that you're lying to customers, whereas it's normally just a data sort of like issue. And say, hey, you've got 28 days to sort it out. And they're like, great, I can do that. I'll go fix it. Facebook ads, I'd call a hot mess full of errors. There are issues all over the place. Stuff doesn't load. There's fake copy in there, like lorem ipsum for the copywriters and the designers out there. It crashes sort of like all the time. Stuff doesn't work. It is 9 times out of 10, if something's going wrong, it's Facebook rather than you. Whereas Google, it's the other way around. So let's finish off with some similarities as well. So I find this is really useful for if you know how to run Google ads or Facebook ads, but not the other one. So the structures are really quite similar as well. So the way an account is structured in Google is that you've got a campaign, so that's where you tell it what you want, as in sales or impressions or clicks. Underneath that, you've got ad groups, which are selections of ads and keywords. And then under that, you've got your ads. Facebook's got a kind of similar structure. You've got like a campaign that has an objective, let's say sales and e-commerce. And then you've got an ad set, which has groups of audiences, so who you want to target and those ads as well. So there are some similarities there as well. Also, for both, you can upload email addresses to target customers. So let's say you've collected a load of email addresses of people that have shown interest. You can upload to both of the platforms and use them to target people. They have different limits on how many you need to sort of like match and stuff like that. But again, so for anybody that knows Facebook ads, like a custom audience, you can do something very similar in Google. It's really easy to overspend with them as well. So you will always find that it's saying, hey, you should increase your budget. I have a campaign that I'm running that spends $1 million a year. And in all of the campaigns, it's saying you should increase your spend, whereas we can see that we're not as profitable if we keep increasing. So be really careful of it. That's an issue for you. Look into something called a marketing efficiency ratio, or MER. It's a good measurement if you're spending too much or too little. Keep an eye on this channel for videos explaining that. Oh, and also they both generally have rubbish support. So if you've got an issue with it, particularly Facebook, it's very bad. Google's better if you're kind of spending sort of like a little bit more, but a lot of times, honestly, I've never spent so much money with businesses and got so little support. And that's it. If you found this useful for your e-commerce business and your training or your learning, subscribe to the Boom channel, and there's more videos to come on all subjects to do with e-commerce. Thanks.